Hello everyone, welcome to the Haunted House. My name's Ghost. Welcome back to another episode of History with Ghosts. Somehow after 40 plus episodes of this series, I haven't done a episode on a tank yet, so we are gonna change that. Took me a while to pick which one, but I finally chose. This is a tank that isn't really talked about, at least not as much as it should be. Um, Today we're talking about the M3 Lee. Now, there are two versions of the tank. You have the M3 Lee and the M3 Grant. The Lee version is America's, and the Grant is Britain's. Today, we are going to focus on the Lee. America between World War One and Two didn't really have the best tanks. They were okay. They had the M2 light tank, the M2 medium tank, and the M1 combat car slash tank. They called that one a car for some reason. I don't know why. Um, Skip around to September 1st, 1939. World War Two kicks off after Germany invades Poland, and they are starting to produce like the best tanks ever, like the Panzer III and IV. America was horrible at keeping up with tank doctrine around this time for a plethora of reasons, like lack of spending, lack of interest, the list goes on. They loved their Air Force and Navy, but didn't care about anything else. By 1940, America started to deal with this issue, opening up programs and improving their M2 medium tank to the M2A1, but it still couldn't go up against the Panzer III and IV. It needed at least a 75 millimeter gun to go up against them, and the M2A1 couldn't be fitted with one. So the US quickly and frantically started looking around for a stopgap while they waited for the Sherman tank to be made. On top of this, the Kingdom lost a bunch of their tanks and armored vehicles when Germany took France. So they were also urgently looking around for a quick solution. The US Army Ordnance Department started to design the tank in collaboration with Chrysler and their Detroit Tank Arsenal. The M3 Lee is one of the quickest developed tanks ever, only taking about 6 months to come to fruition. Because of the hurry and urgency, the M3 would look kind of cursed and was very unpractical in its layout. The M3's body was based on the TFE2, a which was a experimental version of the M2 medium tank that was turned into a self-propelled gun. The M3's main 75 millimeter gun is on a side sponson instead of in the middle like most tanks. Then you have the 37 millimeter gun on top of the tank on the complete opposite side. Then on top of the 37 millimeter gun, you have a Browning machine gun that can be shot. You also have a bunch of other Browning machine guns on the sides. Not only was the layout of the tank unpractical, but it was unnecessarily large. German tanks could see them from miles away. The first M3 was made in March of 1941 and it officially entered service not long after that. Despite the M3's issues, it still proved a great piece of equipment in the North Africa theater, the Pacific theater, and the CBI theater, helping win all of them. By 1943, the US military retired most of them, replacing them with the M4 Sherman. Commonwealth countries used them till the end of the war, though, with the exception of Australia, who kept them until 1955. The M3 was pretty cost effective, with one unit only costing 120,000 in today's money, which is amazing compared to the Abrams 6 million price tag. Uh, the M3 is 10 feet tall, 18 feet long, 8 feet wide, and weighed 30 tons. The engine of the M3 was a white Continental R975 EC2, which produced 400 horsepower and held 175 gallons of fuel. It had a max speed of 26 miles per hour and had a max range of 120 miles. It, of course, had two main guns, like I mentioned earlier, a 75mm M2 or M3 gun, depending on the version of the tank, and a 37mm M5 or M6 gun. And it was operated by 7 crewmen. Only about 50 M3 Lees survived today, as most countries scrapped theirs after the war. Um, but you can see some at places like the American Heritage Museum in Massachusetts and the amazing Australian Armour and Artillery Museum in Queensland. And that's about everything about the M3 Lee, a very interesting tank. Not many like it, but I think it's pretty neat. Um, if it wasn't for this tank, I think stuff could have been way worse in World War II. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a like and a follow, and I'll see you next time. Bye.